Hey, what are you doing, Ty?
Brakes. Yeah.
You love this car?
Alright.
Okay. So anyhow, I bought me a, midlife crisis or quarter life crisis bike today. I was bored because I didn't, haven't been able to have a dirt bike in like 2 years because I sold it to Drift. She got me a 2008 250F. Already have spark arresters in it. Has the factory dual exhaust. But it sucks because the damn fork seal started leaking as soon as I loaded the son of a bitch up from buying it, which sucked. But it's got a little hesitation in it. It's been sitting for like, I think he said like 2 or 3 years. So it's an 08, and it has, he said like less than 10 hours, or around 10 hours on it. They just put a brand new set of tires on it, some Kendas, front and rear. These are the original grips on it, really clean. The engine's really clean. Barely any wear on the the case over there compared to what they normally are. I mean, it looks real clean, so that's good. Fork seal, I mean, I didn't really pay attention when I was looking at it, but it's got a few scratches. It was the guy's wife's. She barely rode it in the mountains, so that's kind of what I was looking for, something that didn't have a bunch of, wasn't raced, had low hours on it, fairly reasonably priced, and so should be doing some trail riding here soon. Alright, it's Wednesday morning, 6 something, but anyhow, I was kind of dicking with this thing a little bit, I guess last night and this morning, got this, there's a little dent, kind of a crease, because the kid who did it before, he used like a 2x4 and a jack, and when he did the little pull or whatever, on the quarter panel right there, it went, popped it in. Same thing on this side, and just pop that little thing in. So I got those all straightened out. Sanding, some of the rest of the paint and stuff off of the car. Doing a little bit of stuff over there on the roof because there's some other, previous stuff that was cracking off. I'm gonna go ahead and sand down the front of it. One of the things I hate about painting something that's already been painted is the fact that, like not everything was scuffed, good. So you can see right there where the paint didn't get scuffed there, because paint is a mechanical bond, I've said that a couple times in my previous movies, and if you guys want to actually learn, how to do basically a complete paint job start to finish, I have a video, I think it's called How to Paint a Civic Start to Finish, something like that, on my channel. Anyhow, so if you search that, but you can see, everything has to have some sort of like grit to it so that the paint will actually grab, because it's not chemical, it's mechanical, so it has to sink its teeth into something and get hard. So anyhow, there's little things like that, so that's why usually when I paint something, I always try to get, a little Scotch-Brite and go, pull off the mirrors, pull off the trim, scuff everything as much as I can. So a lot of times, you'll see a car, and around, like the edges of the hood, or, little edges like that, or around the front, especially the backs of bumpers and fenders and stuff like that, those always peel, because nobody ever usually sands those, and then the door jamb, has been rattle canned, primered, the rest of the crap has been rattle can primered. An issue that, when you're, well, not on this piece of paper, but on this stuff, so like right there, you can see that on the sandpaper, kind of gets all hard and just kind of gunks it up, because rattle can primer doesn't actually have any hardener in it, so it like technically takes forever to actually get all the solvent out of it. You know, this door jam's been rattle canned as well. You know, and then there was a little bit of body filler that was up here already that was cracking, so I was kind of dealing with that. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and sand down the front as well. But I was probably gonna, you know, call it a day. You know, I'm all dusty and shit, but I had, you know, bags over the stuff for the most part. And they fell off a little bit when I was sanding, but yeah, so I'm gonna try to get this thing sprayed. I was gonna maybe do like a slate, like a concrete gray or a slate gray or battleship gray or white is the plan so far, so we'll see. Alright, so it's like 2:30 Thursday morning. Anyhow, it's got you know, got the body work pretty much finished off, you know, as good as I'm gonna do it at least. Tail lights out, all that crap out, mirrors, little stuff like that. Got it all dusted off, and so right now I'm just getting ready to throw a coat of the high build primer on it. You know, got the whole front end scuffed and stuff like that. Still need to do the bumper, but this stuff's in, you know, decent condition. So I was gonna pull the fenders off, and then probably cover up the hood and, you know, the windshield and all that other stuff. Then go ahead and mask off the windows, and spray some primer on this thing, and yeah, then probably let it sit overnight with the high build, then come back tomorrow, hit it with some guide coat, block it, you know, block the body work and stuff like that. See if there's any low spots, address that stuff then if there is any, and then spray this on the bitch. Alright, so got it all ready to spray with the primer. Get everything all masked off. It's kind of a pain in the ass masking shit. You know, I've kind of got a technique now, but shit, when I was first painting cars, I mean, it was a pain in the ass to mask anything. But yeah, this new fan that I got, it rips air out of here nice. I was testing it with the overspray, or not the overspray, the dust, when I was, you know, blowing the dust off of the car with the air gun or whatever. You know, I'd blow it off, and then it would just kind of like float, and then it would just be like, and then it would just take it off. So that's pretty cool. So hopefully it does that when I'm painting. Alright, so I got it all primered. You can kind of see that body line right there. You know, it's kind of flat instead of kind of got the curve of it, kind of due to the whole rolling fenders bit. But I mean, I probably could have got it, you know, straight, but I mean, way too much time and shit would have been involved to get it perfect. And I mean, this isn't trying to be a perfect paint job, so. But yeah, so I was just gonna go ahead and probably do white. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. We'll figure it out. But I'm going to let it sit for, you know, 12 hours or so. I'm going to go home and get some sleep. And, yeah, come back and hit it again tomorrow. Alright, so I went ahead and hit it with guide coat. And for those of you who don't know, the guide coat is basically a, you know, real thin, kind of like a dusty coat of paint. Not a coat of paint, but, you know, like a dust of paint. You know, and when there's sand scratches and stuff in it, basically what'll happen is you'll sand the top of it off, and down in the little crevice or whatever will remain the black dust, you know, of dusting of paint, so that you'll be able to tell where your sand scratches and your low spots and high spots and all that stuff usually are. So I'm going to go ahead and sand that. Alright, so I got most of the car, you know, sanded with the 320 with the DA. Normally, you know, if this was going to be something I really cared about a lot, I'd put, you know, like either, you know, like 220 or 320 on a long board, you know, like a 12-inch board, and actually like block it, and it would make it super smooth and straight and flat like a mirror. But you know, anyhow, this thing, you know, it's not going to be a show car, and I'm probably going to paint it white. So I mean, it's going to hide pretty much everything. But so anyhow, right here, I already did the rest of the roof. Right here, you could tell, you know, there's still where the guide coat is. If you look right here, you can see where I kind of sanded a little bit, and then you can see the guide coat, and then you can see, you know, basically just clean flat primer. And you can hear it right there. You can hear it right there, the sound difference in it, the texture that gives it. But I mean, you could actually take out quite a big scratch with some of this high build. So if you see like right here. So right now you can see all the texture in the primer, you know, the orange pill or whatever in the primer. And then so the further you go, you know, so once it's actually completely flat, all the little black, you know, grooves will fill in. You know, then we're left with nice, smooth, flat primer. So yeah, that's a good way to find, you know, low spots, you know, sand scratches, all that stuff, and really help you get them out. So I mean, this thing's gonna be pretty smooth. You know, hood and everything was already decent. I just need to basically finish, you know, sanding this bumper. Fenders are almost all the way done. I still need to get down there in the little shiny cracks. You know, blow all the dust off, and then this thing should be ready to spray. Alright, so it's pretty much ready to spray. Got everything all wiped down, everything scuffed, and blew everything off with air. So I'm just going to cover up the wheels, load the paint up in my handy dandy spray gun over there. Just some white single stage. I'm going to spray this sumbitch. Alright, so got all done, you know, spraying everything. It seemed like it turned out pretty decent, you know, other than, you know, some, you know, stupid bugs and shit that decided they wanted to go for a ride in there. But yeah, overall, you know, I'm halfway pleased, you know. I mean, I knew it was gonna be, you know, I knew there was gonna be some waves and stuff in the body. You know, if you kind of look at it from this angle right here, kind of see a few little waves in it. You know what I mean? To get the son of a bitch absolutely perfect to where you wouldn't be able to see, any of that, I mean, it would have been, you know, never worth my time, you know, on this. I mean, it's not going to be a show car or anything like that, but overall the paint looks decent, you know, and it's got a little dirt and stuff in it, but with the should be able to buff it out if I decided to do so. But yeah, so that's I guess that's about it. Just we'll see how it looks with the, you know, white and the blue wheels. I think that actually looks pretty good on there. So yeah, it'll look nice once I get the fenders and everything on, get the wheels cleaned up again. So yeah, I laid a fender on there just to see what it looked like. Took all the masking off. The wheels had a bunch of overspray on the lips, you know, on account of that just oversprayed in here, you know, and it came in through the back of the thing, so I wiped all those off. So yeah, I was going to do the roof black, you know, like most people do on the S13s from the factory. The pillars are black, but I went ahead and just did the whole thing white, and kind of like the way it looks, you know, because, you know, most hatches, you know, you can't see that, so it just changes up a bit, I guess. The paint looks decent, and my brother, you know, this is his motorcycle, you know, he got rear-ended about 3 weeks ago on this thing. It got tossed off and, you know, all that shit. So that's just got this thing dropped off from the towing company in here today, so that's why that thing's in here. But yeah, looking forward to ripping the dirt bike here soon.
You ready?
Let's do this.
What's happening, right?
Well, Trevor's getting another piece of shit. This is that engine bay he painted out a couple weeks ago. This guy's car. Look right there. Now tell him to tug it. Well, and this is where we're at so far.
Maybe turn that jack. Yeah.
You alright, bud?
It's matched.
That handle came up.
On the side like this, and went bam as the car like.
Alright. Put you in the head.
Yeah.
I might have got the shot.
God damn. That felt good. So today might be a sad day. I'm driving the Evo here in the window, but some guys coming down to look at it, and you know, on account of, you know, I maybe be trying to buy a house here soon, but yeah, one last, you know, hopefully not, well, I don't know, maybe the last drive, maybe not, but yeah. got the fenders, everything mounted. I got the hood to actually latch with the latch on it. Got the mirrors and stuff on it. So I went ahead and painted this little trim right there on the side, and then right here, you know, going down, you know, the previous guy, he rattle canned, primed it, and you know, he thought he was a master at it and didn't mask any of the trim off. So that had a little bit of primer and stuff, and I tried getting it off with the lacquer thinner, but it was just being kind of a pain in the ass. So I just like, I'll just mask it real quick and give it a quick little blast on there, so that now now I got a nice actual solid color trim. So it looks a hell of a lot better. And then I was just gonna hit a little bit of the glass with the you know, the razor blade or whatever right there. You know, did that little trim right there. So that looks a lot better than what it previously did. So yeah, it's a nice black trim now. But yeah, so I ended up selling the Evo. You know, shitty as that is, it was, you know, kind of an investment for me. And you know, it was, you know, good that I sold it. I had it listed, you know, for about, I think like 25 days or something. This is how long I had it listed, and it you know, finally found the right guy that you know, seen the value and stuff in it, and went ahead and picked it up from me. So it sucked I never, you know, ever had a chance to have it actually, you know, dyno tuned and make big power with it, because I really wanted about, you know, 400. Basically the whole time I was driving it was probably around 3. But yeah, you know, I was just glad I was able to drive it around for a couple months. You know, I'll probably put 2,500 miles on it or so, and had a blast doing it. So I mean, that's good. So I'm glad this thing, you know, finally got this thing painted as well. And you know, the red Saab outside, you know, the Saab wagon that I was talking about a long time ago. I probably just gonna go ahead and get that thing and start dailying it around. Probably do the front end conversion on my truck, make it look like a 2015, and yeah, and hopefully maybe try and find another Evo. I found another one that you know, it's an Evo 9. It's black as well, and the guy just bought it, and it ended up blowing up on him. So it needs another motor, you know, or the engine refreshed on it. So I thought about picking that up. You know, kind of doing the same thing with it. You know, rebuild the motor, drive it around for a little while. But I gotta get some of the overspray off of these, you know, tail lights. That's pretty much how the trim was on the side of the car, and I got a lot of it off. But I was just gonna mask these off real quick, and then I was gonna sand and polish them so that they're actually nice and shiny again, and they don't look all dull. Oh yeah, and you know, Derek's car or whatever. So anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and yank, you know, the carpet out of this, because that one doesn't have carpet. The back interior panels, you know, the headliner, the, you know, visors and all that other stuff, and a few other little knickknacks off of this thing. This is a Hikus rear subframe, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. It has polyurethane bushings in it, but I don't know if it's even going to be worth it to pull it out. Probably going to keep this door, because this door's pretty clean, and maybe this glass, but I'm not sure if I even want to spend the time to do that. But yeah, probably definitely pull the door off and then take it to scrap. So, well, Jesse, you know, wants the front end off of it, because he bought a shell that, you know, basically is cut from like right there. So he needs the front radiator support. So we got to chop that off for him. So, all right. So I was messing with kind of cutting and buffing this side right here. You know, if you come over to this side, you could see you know. See right there in the light, you can see like a little bit of dirt and stuff in the paint. And if you come over here, you know, there's not nearly as much. Right here, I went ahead and, you know, sanded it again with like 2000, but hit it with 1000 grit and then 2000, and then there's a little spot up here I needed to hit a little bit more. But right here on the trunk, you know, there's this stupid bug, you know, they got in the damn paint. So what I'm going to do is I got my little sanding bucket right here. Is let's see if you can see that. So yeah, I'm just going to grab the sandpaper. You can hear sanding that son of a bitch off. Just wet sand it off with 1000 grit. Gonna level them out. You gotta be careful not to, go too far. And then you take a little squeegee, and then now when you come over here, let's see if we can find a light beam again. Okay, see that? It's a lot more level now. You can see where I sanded, and you can see like another little spot, like right there, of a low spot, like a little speck of dust. So I'm not sure how much further I'm going to take that down, because I don't want to go through the paint, and then I'm going to buff it. So now you can see, went down a little bit further, decided to not take it too far, but you could kind of see over here a little bit of what it looks like when you take the orange peel out. It'll be super smooth, and then like right there, kind of the edge, it's hard to pick up. You can see the shiny low spots in there. But I'm not going to do the whole car. I just was, nibbing away on a little quarter panel. I wanted to see what it looked like. Maybe if I get time and decide I want to do that, make it like a damn show car. But, I'll probably just do maybe like the back quarters and, tops of stuff, and not the whole car, but pieces of it. And the taillights were pretty shitty too. So I went ahead and sanded them, because I had, the previous guy rattle canned all the shit, didn't mask off the taillights. So I'm gonna buff them real quick, and then I'm gonna mask them off, and then spray all the edges. So you can see like the edge right there. This edge over here has primer roll on it, so I'll mask it off, and just like I did the windows. You can see how premium that one spot is. How smooth that is, and then up above you can see some of the dirt and stuff. But yeah, that's kind of the secret of an amazing paint job, is the cutting and the buffing. So you just basically take all the orange peel and sand all that out, all the little dirt spots, and then buff the shit out of it until it's like show car shine. And that's the difference between a $1,000 paint job and like a $15,000 paint job, or $4,000 is the cutting and the buffing and the prep. So yeah, so right here, you can see those. So you can take this satin black paint and just give it a little spritz. So yeah, there there's that one. This one over here, looks a shitload better. Alright, so this is just kind of some sort of a sticker I was kind of coming up with ideas, in something I want to do. So I'm not sure if I want to have like a, just a motion auto TV thing, or if I want something to say like Project City on the bottom, maybe like with some like buildings or something in the background with some different lettering. But it was nice using this back window, because it has, the lines and stuff. I was able to kind of make sure everything was even, or even enough. And then cut off the little, edges of the masking tape and all that other stuff, and kind of see what I like. But let me know what you guys think about something like that. I think it looks pretty decent from over here. So maybe like a bigger version and a smaller version. And then one will have that something, I don't know. But yeah, so that's pretty much the 240 for tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and go home and smash this video up, but I need a door panel. I'll put that carpet in here and fix the rest of the interior, put that ignition, yeah, camera ran out of memory. But yeah, so I need to, fix the interior. I have some S14 seats. I have one chilling way up there out of my car from a long time ago. Maybe throw the 14 seats in here, put, you know, interior and carpet, and probably, you know, maybe do a video on how to tint windows. Tint these windows in the back, you know, so that you can't see, you know, that poop. But yeah, let me know if you like this, or, you know, what, you know, because I want to do t-shirts and stickers. If this would be something that you would want, you know, if, just like the Motion TV, just that, without this, or with it all, or like with a car, or something like that. And you know, it'd probably just be like either white shirts, black lettering, or just black shirts and white, you know, stuff like that. Just something kind of simple and basic. But yeah, that's it for today.